back to my channel. I hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to do show me a picture of. I got you to tell me what pictures you wanted me to show you, and you sent in some brilliant ones, and now I'm going to show them and also like talk about them and all the feels I got from them. And it actually, when I was doing it, it was actually it was quite hard. Like, it really makes you realise you don't really stop and think about all these like memories that you've got, and also it also makes me want to take like more pictures as well. I don't think I take enough pictures. So first up, I filmed on my phone, so I've got my iPad. Show me a picture of your hair care setup. Now, I wouldn't say like I'm not massively well, I do like taking care of my hair, but I wouldn't say I really know what I'm doing. So this is my hair care setup currently. So I use the Aveda colour shampoo because I do have my hair coloured. So I use that first, and then I will use, which I've just been introduced but I'm literally loving. This is the Garnier Ultra Blends hair mask. So you can either like use it as like a conditioner, or you can use it as like a stay-in hair mask for sort of 5 minutes, or apparently you can just leave it in your hair. So there are 3 ways of using it, and I'm just loving it. It's making my hair feel super soft and shiny. Like, I've just put it in this today, and it's just lovely. So I'll use that, and then probably, because when I do come around to washing my hair, which I'm trying to do like twice a week at the moment, I will be putting heat on it. I use Aveda Brilliance Damage Control because my hairdresser told me to do that and I have got in the habit of using it. So that was my hair care. Next up, show me a picture of your proudest mummy moment. Wow, this was the hard one, because I was like, there are so many proud moments. Any mums or dads out there will know it goes so quickly, and you don't forget, but you need pictures to remind you of these times. So my proudest mummy moment has to be recent, and it is of when Alyssa started at preschool. So it was just after the Christmas holidays. Here she is. It was just after the Christmas holidays, and like, she just smashed it. Like, she went straight in there. Like, it's a new room, new teachers, more children, and yeah, so we just sort of had 2 weeks off, and she just like went in there, no fuss, and I just was so proud. And then when she came out at the end of the day, they told me she'd had such an amazing day, and just fitted in really well, and was really kind to her friends, and listened to instructions. And that's all I could wish for, and I just felt so proud that, you know, me and her dad have done a good job, you know, like we're doing a good job, because she's still growing, but we are doing a good job. So yeah, that was a proud mummy moment. The next one is, show me a picture of your happiest moment with Alyssa. So my happiest moment of Alyssa has to be this Christmas, when we were in the flat together. You know, it was just me and her. We were getting ready for bed, and it was Christmas Eve, and she was so excited. I mean, she didn't go to sleep for like 9:30, but it was so lovely. Like, it's getting me all teared up just thinking of it. Like, oh yeah, you know, getting the flat took a long time, and even before that, you know, it was a big journey, and to eventually be here in the flat with her by my side on Christmas Eve, it was just so special, even if she was a little minx going to bed. But yeah, Next one, similar, was feeling deep, like my moment where I felt deeply happy, like to the core. That was a strong one. It was like quite hard to choose because, funnily, I don't have a picture of the moment that I thought I would use. The moment for me was this one when the day Alyssa was born. And the reason why I was kind of like not doubting if that was like being happy, because of course I was like, I'd just given birth to my daughter, like that's an incredible moment. But I think as any parent will know, the day your child is born, there's like a mixture of emotions. Like you are overwhelmed, you're like just grateful that they're there, and you're sometimes a bit scared because you're like, oh, how much your life is going to change. And I think so to be happy, like obviously I was happy, but thinking like obviously I had other emotions there as well, so I was kind of like, ooh, like, you know, but I did, because I was like, that day, like even though the birth was just a bit crazy and didn't go to plan and was a bit traumatic, yeah. You know, that evening and that day, I would just hold her and I was so in awe of her and just so fell in love that I was just like, that's it, you know, like this is it, like wow. So that had to be my most happiest moment to the core. Next up, show you a picture of when I was pregnant. This is the picture of when I was pregnant. We were on holiday, and this is when I was with my ex-partner, and we were on holiday here, and I felt really good. Like I feel like when you go on holiday you feel good anyway, like because you're in another, it's like warm, and if you go abroad, but we were abroad and it was nice and warm. I don't know, I found when I was pregnant, you kind of embrace your curves and you embrace it, like you embrace all that glowiness, and yeah, I was dressed up and I felt good. Like I felt good. And this was a picture of when I was pregnant. There's quite a few. There was quite a few to choose from. But yeah, this is the one I really liked, and I think I'm trying to be all like sexy. Next up was my favourite year. Favourite year, like instantly had to be 2017. Alyssa was born, because just that moment made it my favourite year. Like nothing else needed to have happened, but that moment. Here's a picture from my favourite year. Yeah, I think like I said, that moment, like having Alyssa, you just can't imagine life without them, and I think that just made it my favourite year, regardless of what had happened before or what happened after. Yeah, it was my favourite year because of that. Next up was show me a picture of your favourite spot in the flat. This was really tricky because I'm in love with my flat and I just love it all, but it has to be this one, which was my room. I feel like it's just really cozy and calming, like the right amount of storage, so it doesn't feel like there's much clutter out. I love the shutters. It's very like Paris-y vibes. I don't know, I'm not an interior designer, but that's the vibes I'm getting. It's very just chic. And no, I'm not even going to use that word because I don't think that's right. But I just love it. Like I was actually sitting in it last night and I was doing a bit of journaling and I was just like, this feels good. So yeah, that has to be my favourite room. Next up was show me a picture of your favourite holiday. So my favourite holiday, well, it's funny because if I'd like really prepared for this and we weren't in a lockdown, I would have gone and got some old school photos of when I went to Disney, because I blimmin' love Disney, and I just remember that feeling like as a child, like it gave me so much like but I didn't. So but one of my favourite holidays is this one, is when we went me and my ex-partner went to Santorini, and I just loved Santorini. Like, it was just beautiful. Loads of people have been there, and I guess it's not a very unique place, but for me, like, it was beautiful. It just was so calming. And we went actually sort of slightly coming to the end of the season, so we didn't go like in the summer, we went in October, so it was actually quite, it was still warm, but it wasn't like really warm, which I kind of liked, because I don't get on massively with heat. Yeah, it was nice, and it was just stunning, like the lands, like the view, like looking out onto the sea from where we stayed, and I just loved it. I loved it. So yeah. Next up is favourite place I would like to go. Again, well, not again. The favourite place I want to go, somewhere where I just keep like thinking about and wanting to explore, is the Amalfi Coast. Again, because it just looks beautiful. And I did, when we went to, I know it's sort of obviously different place, but when I went to Venice, I just loved it there, and it would be a different part of Italy, and yeah, I just loved it. Just looks beautiful, and I just love to go there. And right now, it's a big craving. And lastly is show me a picture of your favourite book. This book here is You Are a Badass. How to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. Like, this book, honestly, just changed everything in my head. Like, it was one of those books where I got the highlighter out, I got my pen out, I was making notes. Like, it really was the book that, for me, like, really thought, right, like, you got one life, you gotta live this, like, you can do this, you can do whatever you want, just do it. And it was really empowering and really got me thinking at the same time, and yeah, I would totally recommend it for if you want to become a badass. You've got you've got some doubts, or you've got low confidence, or you have got those sort of limiting beliefs. Like, it's a brilliant book to start, like, for me it was a brilliant book for me to start this kind of journey. So yeah, I love that book, and I really want to read it again, because I feel like I just keep wanting to, when you read a book another time, you're like, oh, I missed that bit, or oh, like, you take something different from it each time. So yeah. Well, I feel like that was quite a long video, but thank you so much for watching. That was really fun to do, and I hope it's like kind of given you like a little insight into my mind and like my life, and where my life has been and where it is now. And yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed filming this. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again next week for another video.